Hi, loves. So I think I figured out the best way I would like to approach sharing tantric wisdom with you all that I can give in snippet, bite size, well, fun size like me. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but I'm 4'10" and 3/4. I don't think anyone knows this because I'm so big, but I'm tiny, very tiny. Anyways, I digress. So I want to share reflections about my experience that is specific to Tantra. And some of you may know that everything that I do, I'm just always like, oh, well, that's Tantra. And one of my friends the other day was just making fun of me because I'm literally like, oh my gosh, the weather. And he's like, oh, that's Tantra. And I was like, oh, this plant is so gorgeous. And he's like, oh, that's Tantra. And I'm like, well, actually, all of that actually is. Because Tantra is a lifestyle, it's a lens, it's the way of being, it's how we view the world. And I want to share reflections, but also I'm going to most likely start reading from the Radiance Sutras. What sutras are pretty much little, for lack of better words, like scriptures. So they're like bite-sized pieces of wisdom, but this is more poetic. So I want to share what Lorin Roche expresses about Tantra. And this really, really resonates with me. Like, this is how I specifically live my lifestyle. As I've mentioned in the past, if you were to ask 100 tantric masters what Tantra means, you're going to get 100 different responses. But this is one of the ones that really, really resonate with me and how I show up. It's a focus of the full body of spirituality, and it's accepting every breath, sensual experience, and emotion as doorways to deep and intimate contact with the energies of life. So, as you all know, I've been talking more about intimacy and Tantra, and it's really about having your emotions be so intimately intertwined with every experience. It's about having every moment feeling sensual in the body, and this isn't related to sexuality, but in sensuality there's a sultriness to it. It's almost like a satiny silk, and it makes you feel almost kind of like wavy and smooth, and there is a sexiness to it, but really there's a level of a grace and a dance within this sensual experience, and the accepting of every breath. And this is really one of my favorite, because if there was one exercise or practice that I would recommend that could heal anything and everything, it would literally be the breath. And when we can breathe with the breath, we are so present to the moment, and it's in the breath that we can lean back and sit in the seat of our body and have our nervous system calm. And as I continue sharing more about this tantric path, we'll definitely be going into breath, because there are so many different breath techniques that are specifically related to Tantra to help expand your consciousness, to help bring you back into your body, to help you open your senses to feel more. You're constantly probably going to see me doing this. It's because I feel everything, and it's actually in the breath. And probably one of the most profound thing for me when it comes to the breath is time moves slower. I can feel every single moment, and even though a second can go by like this, I actually can feel every micro nanosecond, and that's what allows you to feel the realms of the in-between. And that's what learning Tantra has done for me. It has heightened my senses, it has attuned my intuition, It has created a more intimate relationship with everything around me. I appreciate more. I have a deeper level of devotion. I have reverence for everything. So I'm not going to do a reading today because I feel like that's enough for you to sit with the perspective of Tantra and even just understanding a little bit more about the definition of Tantra on a wider lens versus going into Tantra itself. And this is going to allow you to integrate the information and see really what you want to do with the information and how you want to incorporate this into your everyday life. This is a lot longer of a video than I anticipated, but hey, this is Tantra. It's just really, really deep. Look out for my stories. I'm going to try to make them as short as possible. Some of them that are a little bit longer are going to be on the grid. If you have any questions, reach out to me, ask me. I love answering questions from a tantric lens. And I've shared this with you all. I've been studying this for 10 years with masters. I've been a devoted student. I am the embodiment of Tantra. The last snippet I'll share with you is that Tantra is ultimately asking you to embody. And a lot of the teachings is asking you to not just do the thing. For example, dancing. Tantra is not having you dance in a tantric way. It's actually asking you to become the dance, which ultimately means embodiment. So don't just be a reader, like become the reading and like immerse yourself into the experience. And that's what makes Tantra so intimate. It's this immersion into everything that you're doing, and you become that, and you become one with the experience. And that's what intimacy is you merge like souls or experiences or like these elements together, and it just becomes this beautiful like lovership that you have with every experience. We don't have to save it just for relationships, but you can have these experiences with yourself and everything around you. And I mentioned the other day in one of my videos, the way we do one thing is the way we do everything. And so if you really want to live a life of intimacy in relationships with your community, with relationships, it's really going to begin with yourself. So I'm so looking forward to just being on this path with you all. I really appreciate all of you that have been following me on this journey for the last couple of years, like really like cheering me on. And it just really means a lot to finally be in this space where I feel so ready to just share this wisdom that I've really just been holding, and it's just like bursting at the seams to really just give to you all. So I love you so much, and more to come tomorrow.